Hey guys, Sometimes Crazy here, back with another video. So as you can see from the title, today I'll be working out the average conversion rate of Krunkies to USD, so KR to USD. Then I'll look at what things in Krunker would cost in KR, so, you know, like the car, the shipping container, stuff like that. So, to start off, I'll be going over the weapons you can get skins for from the 50 KR spin. Now you might think this is a bit weird, but this is because the 50 KR spin is obviously the cheapest, not including the free spin, but that's just promotional. And that's because the way I'm working this conversion out is based on how much a gun is worth in real life compared to its Krunker counterpart. And you might think, but spins only give skins, they don't give guns. But what I mean is, if we actually look at the inventory of a player, each skin is a different gun, as in a separate gun. Like Razor and Melted are two different rifles in Krunker Guy's inventory. So he has two different rifles, one has the Razor painted on it and one has Melted painted on it. So without further ado, here are all the weapons you can get, or you know, some of them you can only get Season 1 skins for, but here's all the weapons you could at some point get skins for from the 50 KR spin, and how much they're worth in real life. Starting off simple, the AK-47. That's the assault rifle, obviously. That's $305 roughly. The sniper rifle, here we go. Sniper rifle, a couple of people got wrong before. This is obviously based off the AWP from CSGO, and that's not a real sniper rifle. That in turn is based off of a sniper rifle called the Arctic Warfare, and the Arctic Warfare costs $5,000. So the SMG now is based on a UMP-45. Now UMP-45 is military grade, so I was looking at some forums and stuff like that, because you can't actually buy outright a UMP-45. You're going to have to jump through all the legal hoops, and if you do that, you're looking at about $3,000. So the LMG is the M247, quite obvious, people know this already. That's $4,087. The shotgun, another one that quite a few people actually get wrong. It's actually Beretta 1301 Tactical, and they're $1,275. The revolver is again based off the Smith & Wesson 500, also known as the Magnum 500 or the Magnum 50 cal. That from Smith & Wesson's own website is $1,299. Now, the semi-auto is based off of an American military rifle called the M14 EBR. Due to issues with the rifle, it actually dropped shortly after it was introduced, and so only custom versions of the civilian version of the rifle look and act like Krunker does. The only one to make it the onny company to make one just like the military, and therefore just like Krunker, is called Fulton Armory, and that cost $3,550. The rocket launcher is based off an M72 Law, which is a disposable rocket launcher used in the Vietnam War, which is weird because obviously the rocket launcher we use has two shots in it and is reusable. Anyway, when they were originally produced, they cost 670 euros, or about $750 at the time. The Uzi is based off of an I don't know how to say this, an IWI Uzi Model B, which costs $1,200 to $1,700 when it was new. You can't actually get it anymore. So, you know, I'm going to average that to about $1,450. Now, the FAMAS has two variants, F1, which is the oldest, and G2, which is the newest. I'm going to assume that it's the G2, as they look exactly the same, and you'd want to use a newer gun, and that is $3,459. So, thinking logically, we'd think, okay, so let's work out the average. So if we add up all the prices, then divide by 10, get the average cost of a weapon, and therefore we can then work out the average cost of one Krunky. So if we add up all the weapon prices, that comes to $24,175, which if we divide by 10, which is how many weapons there are, that's $2,417.50. Now, $2,417.50 is then divided by 50, as in the 50 KR, which comes to $48.35, meaning that one Krunky is equal to $48.35. But I don't agree with that, because the only reason that this is the average price is there's quite a few expensive weapons pushing the price up, but quite a lot of weapons that aren't more than $2,417. A lot of them are a lot cheaper than that. If you think about this, this is a business. Like, selling these skins will be a business for whoever's selling the skins, assumably, assumably Yendis. But it is a business. That's not how business works. So this means that if the spins give out a new weapon every time, then the company selling the spins wouldn't want to lose money on the guns they give out. Knowing this, we can actually get a very nice round number, assuming they would profit on all but one weapon, breaking even on the most expensive weapon. So paying for the spins means you're paying for rare designs on the guns, not the guns themselves, making reselling the weapons based on what they are, and not how they are designed, pointless. Which means that in a 50kr spin, where the most expensive weapon is a sniper rifle, that's worth $5,000, which simply means you just divide 5,000 by 50, which is 100, meaning that 1kr is worth $100, and that's what I'm going to go off of. Applying this to real life items is actually surprisingly easy. You just have to find out how much they are in dollars, and then from there divide that by 100. Obviously that's because one Krunky is worth $100 US. So for example, doing a bit of research, I found out that in a large US city, if you built a small 20-story building, it'd be about $1 million per floor. That means that the whole building would be $20 million, which in Krunkies is only 200,000 Krunkies. I'm saying only, that's still quite a lot for most people, but so many players have 200,000 Krunkies or over. I mean, theoretically they could be building, and it is quite a shitty skyscraper to be fair, like the ones we're talking, these buildings aren't the nicest looking, but it's, get the job done sort of thing. But they could be building 20-story buildings in Seattle, it's insane, like the conversion rate. For example, the shipping container. On average, shipping container about $1,500. That's 15 Krunkies. If you maxed out a match on Krunker and you got yourself 30kr, you've got enough to buy 2 shipping containers. And we're not just talking 20-foot, we're talking the big 40-foot shipping containers, which I think Krunker, the specifics of Krunker, I think they're using like a model of 20-foot, not 40-foot. That's 40-foot, the big long ones, not like the short ones like they have. It also works going the other way as well. Like, for example, the top person for Krunkies at the moment on the leaderboard has just over 1 million KR. Now let's just round that, I think it's like 1,900,000. We'll just round that down to 1 million. So to get from Krunkies to US dollars, you just have to times it by 100, meaning the top person in Krunker at the moment has $100 million. And out of the 786 movies released in 2019, only 30 of them managed to gross more than that. So the top person for KR in Krunker has more money than 756 movies made. So it beat out movies like The Addams Family, Alita Battle Angel, Rambo, Happy Death Day to You. Just a lot of solid movies that made a lot of money, but just nowhere near as much as $100 million or 1 million KR. Hey guys, just had to redo this intro because of something great that's happened, but before I get into that, I just want to say I'm really sorry for not uploading last Sunday. I've been trying to upload once a week, once every Sunday, but because of the whole virus that's, obviously taking the world to its knees, which I can't say the name of for some reason, YouTube basically said, you say the name, we're taking that video down, so I don't really want to say it. I spent quite a long time on this, but I'm one of the, I don't know, insert, sarcastic quotations, lucky ones, because I have the ability to work from home. My job is all, done via VPN into work and stuff like that. So I can work, whereas quite a lot of people in England can't at the moment. So that's been keeping me quite busy. So I've, getting lots of work. It was Mother's Day last Sunday. Like, a lot of things have been happening that, sort of pushed my video back from last week to this week. So I'll be trying to upload once a week, but I don't know how feasible that'll be. Especially since this video actually took quite a long time to make. There was a lot of research that went into this. I am very happy with the way it turned out. Anyway, that good news. Verified. I actually finally got verified within Krunker. I mean, I say finally, it's not like it's something that I've been expecting to happen or anything like that. In fact, if anything, I kind of thought that if I was ever going to get verified, it'd be like 3 years down the line when Krunker's just at its, falling at its knees and it's like, fine, everyone gets verified. But yeah, no, someone finally, I actually got verified. And, I mean, I've been making videos on Krunker for just over a year now. I started making videos on Krunker back on the 20th of March 2019, so 9 days ago was a year since I started making videos. I think I'm really happy with the way this has gone. I've not made as many as a lot of other people. I don't have a very stable uploading schedule, but I upload interesting things in the game that I found really fun. Making models. Me and Koala were the first people to make a massive model pack that replaced every single weapon. Back before, mods didn't even support model swapping. Like, we had to use external, okay, that's something I want to address. A lot of people have commented on my videos when I've recorded my browser saying, ooh, he's got deactivated Tamper Monkey. But let me just address that before the model swapper was even a Krunker extension, it had to be activated via Tamper Monkey. So it's not there for any nefarious reason. It's just that what I used to use to swap models. Anyway, thank you very much for the continued support on these. I'm so happy with all that I've done on YouTube, and I really hope to see you guys in the next video. See ya.